Well, there's one thing I know, and that is that the Monday after Easter is the greatest day in the life of the pastor. They are so excited. And in today's episode, we're going to talk to you about how to channel that excitement and enthusiasm into your guest so that they get to carry over that experience from yesterday into the days and weeks to come. Here we go. You know, I got to tell you, one of the things I've learned is that the Sunday after Easter is the greatest day in the life of the church. That's exactly this day we're looking at right here. I found that out on April 9th, 2007. Little trivia piece here for you, friends. On April 5th, 2007, we started Leaders.Church. And here we are 14 years later. It's absolutely amazing what the Lord has done. You've watched a piece of the journey, kind of fairly up close.
Yeah.
And so the Lord has been unbelievably good to us. But I remember that Monday. So we, Thursday, April 5th, 2007, I get on the phone and I start calling pastors and we're doing all this. And on Monday, I get on the phone and man, when I got to Monday, every pastor wanted to talk to me. I mean, they were so excited. Oh, Dick, I got to tell you. Oh, man, we've been running 300 and we had 550. And so, we love it. And I'll bet today you're feeling pretty good. And Nathan's feeling good. Had a great day at Summit Park yesterday.
Amazing.
And I had a great day. I mean, Easter is such a great day in the life. The people's lives were changed at your church. So anyway, kudos, Pastor, for the work you're doing, and we want to celebrate with you. It's the Monday after Easter, and I want to talk with Nathan. Nathan is the North Campus pastor at Summit Park Church in the Kansas City area, and the Connections Director. And so he is like Mr. Guru on all things connections. And so if you want to figure out, all those guests that came yesterday, what do I do now? Nathan's going to take us right through it. So what's the very first thing they should do?
Well, the very first thing is, it's going to sound obvious, but you got to reach out to them. You've got their contact information. Now you got to take that first step and have a plan to reach out to them. So that can look a lot of different ways. In today's world, it's not just a phone call, though I think it should include a phone call. And that's the most important step, is just, letting them know, hey, we're reaching out to you. We're thankful that you came. But certainly can include, text message, obviously email, and but you got to reach out to them. You've got to have a plan in place, a team in place, depending on how many visitors you had, and do it quickly, because that's a really important. Timing is important on this, that you take the time and quickly say, hey, we noticed that you were there. We appreciated you came out and you were a part of the service.
Yeah, that's cool. And one of the things I watch pastors do, I find it even myself. I'm a fairly aggressive guy, but I have found that there's this phone reluctance thing. And pastors have it all the time. I don't want to invade. Listen, what's going to happen? You're afraid somebody's going to get on the phone and you're not quite sure that you're going to say it right. What happens when you call people and they don't recognize your number? You're going to voicemail. I need to tell you, if you've got 6 people you need to call, I'd be shocked if you talk to one. I mean, there's no way you're talking to 2 of them. You're leaving voicemail. To that end, I will tell you, we've got in the show notes the what we call done-for-you scripts of exactly what to say on the phone call, exactly what to say in the text. And I'm going to tell you, if you haven't gotten the done-for-you scripts, it's free to you. Just download it. It's free download. And use that, because that will help you, and literally, particularly on this day after Easter.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think as a part of that, kind of what we do at Summit Park is we'll make the phone call and do a follow-up text with them, so we can have a conversation with them. And again, goes to voicemail. But here's the reality: so many people are expecting a sales pitch, or they're selling you insurance or whatever, and they're expecting it. But when they hear, hey, this is Nathan from Summit Park. Hey, just wanted to say thanks so much for coming out and being a part of our service. It's almost like, oh, well, thank you. And then you do a little follow-up text. Man, I get responses.
And when I don't know how you do it. When I do the follow-up text, I just said, hey, just left you a voicemail.
Just
left you a voicemail. would love to chat if your time's or whatever it is you say.
Yeah. I usually leave a question because, how did you enjoy the service?
Because that will get engagement.
Because I've noticed a lot of people, especially younger people, are more like, hey, I just want to engage on text.
Yeah.
So you offer the phone call and they appreciate that, the voicemail, and you can talk to them or leave that message. But then they want to engage over text. And so you give them that option. If they want to call you back, they can, but usually they do text.
That's right. Okay, what's the second one here?
Yeah, and so I mentioned this just a minute ago, but it's really important that you appreciate them. You're not trying to sell them something, obviously. You're not even, what we do is we don't even want to mention taking them to their next step quite yet.
Yeah.
We want the first thing that they hear from us to be, hey, we're just glad that you took time out of your day, out of your busy schedule to come and be a part of our service. That really means a lot to us. And we just want you to know we appreciate that. Yeah. We're glad that you're here. We noticed you and we're thankful for you. And if there is any questions that you might have, hey, reach out. We'd love to have a conversation with you.
No, that is so good. Mm-hmm. What's the next thing they can do?
So what we do as a part of our guest follow-up plan is the first thing is, we call, text, and that's appreciation. So that's the first contact. We were thankful you came out. But a few days later, usually Wednesday, we reach out and want to help them take their next step, to connect in the church. And so we point them to what we do is a welcome party, but it's just an event where we have everybody come out to learn more about the church. And so we do want to, after we've had that initial conversation, move them in a direction of connecting in the life of the church, whether that's in a small group, whether it's serving on a team, or just taking that first step to learn more about the church at our welcome event. So
no, that's good. So do you make any reference to the next week? Anything in terms of what's coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do talk about, we want them to come back for the next weekend. That's really important. We're not just trying to do a big event. We want them to have a big impact on their lives, and that involves consistency of coming to the church. So we always, that kind of comes back to how you plan your next sermon series, but it's good to have some talking points on that. Hey, we'll be rolling out a new series, and it's going to be called this, and we're going to be highlighting this aspect. I mean, maybe you can relate to this in your own busy schedule, and that's really what we're going to identify. So I want to encourage you to be a part of it. I think you're really going to be blessed by it. Love to have your whole family. So it's just another little reason to come out and be a part of the church.
Well, and then you guys, as I remember, you guys have a survey of some sort that you send out to guests. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so as a part of, and we use text in church, and so it's really simple. It's an automated way to reach out to people, and we use the workflow. So it's a series of text messages and emails, and if people respond to it, they can interact with us. But
we have the Text in Church link here. So if you're interested in the kind of thing Nathan's talking about right now, just click into it. They'll describe the whole thing for you.
Yeah, and it's amazing. It will really save you a lot of time, but still allows you to have that personal touch with people, which is what you want to be able to do. So we do this whole workflow with them and have a conversation with them, and a part of that is an email that we send out and get. It has a link to a survey. So we want to know their feedback. They've got a perspective. I think what it does is it communicates value. Like, we value their perspective, even just as a guest. Right. I think it's just a way to appreciate them, just another way to do it. And then it gives us valuable feedback on, are we missing it somewhere? And where do we strike while the iron's hot, or the area that's really doing well, hey, let's really hone into that. So it helps us identify areas that maybe we're weak in, that we can do a better job of, and to really identify, okay, this is really working. Let's keep on putting our time and energy there.
So how long is that survey?
It's about 10 questions.
Oh my, okay. So that's quick and easy.
So it's not, because here's the deal. You don't want to use a lot of their mental calories, and people will opt out. If they know it's going to be a big, long thing, they're just going to be like, no, I'm done with this. So you want to make sure it's short, quick, easy, and make sure the questions don't overlap, that they're distinct and different, so you maximize their time.
This is totally off subject, so I don't know, I'll probably get in trouble for this, but so I'm at a burger joint the other day, and this buddy of mine is the manager. He wants me to fill out the survey. I go to fill out the survey. By the time I got the survey done, my burger was cold. My fries were cold. I'm thinking, okay, I did this backwards here. But honestly, today's the day for you to get that survey out to them, and so they can be able to really have that and get ready. So anyway,
and it's the first email that we send to them. So we've made the phone call, text message, the appreciation, and then the email in the workflow that we use. It's the first email with the survey that they can then fill that out right away.
There we go. Any parting comments?
I think follow up is one of those things to where you really got to have a good system, because it can get a bit overwhelming, and so that's why those follow up scripts will really be helpful to you. So make sure you use that
get those.
and make it your own. It can be a guide to you, but I think it'll save you a lot of time and really help you be effective in following up with people. So it's one of those things to where you've just got to have a good plan in place. And if you can automate it, again, Text in Church is a great way to do that. That will really save you a lot of time and energy. And then the timing on this is really important. Make sure you get after it. So today's the day. Yep. Don't wait. I know you're probably tired, but use that energy of like, hey, it was a great day, excitement. Now let's get these people plugged in.
There we go. Let me review what Nathan just walked over with us. Number one, reach out to your guest. Number two, appreciate them. Let them know. Number three, let them know how to connect. Fourth, let them know why they should come back next week. And number five, send the survey out so you can gather that critical information. Yep. So anyway, Nathan, this has been very, very helpful. Thanks to you for watching. We certainly would love to have you consider jumping into Leaders.Church. You can do that here at the link in the show notes as well. Wherever you listen or watch your podcast, if you go on and rate and review Church Tips, we'd be most honored to have you do that. In fact, we've got a review right here. Appreciate the fresh insight on church issues. Very inspiring. Well, man, thank you very, very much. It really has been great hanging out with you. Nathan, thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make it a great one today, and be blessed.
Hey, Jonathan here. Real quick before you go. Everything in your ministry rises and falls on your leadership. So investing in your leadership is essential to staying healthy and growing the ministry. And that's why I want to invite you to join us inside the Leaders.Church membership. This online streaming service for pastors gives you access to more than 300 videos plus training material to level up your leadership and improve your ministry skills. If you'd like to do that, I want to invite you to go to Leaders.Church/boost. Again, that's Leaders.Church/boost. Well, thanks again for joining us on the Church Tips podcast. We'll look forward to seeing you next time.